I'm
basically,
telling you,
I'm
I have
sorry,
at
I
least
need to
seen
see it
him
to believe
take
it,
out
bro.
Vini because
Wait,
No, but
let me-
Carlo
Absolutely.
never took out Vini, bro. Carlo never subbed Vini out.
Why
Maybe
didn't
Xabi subbed Vini
Why
out
didn't
multiple
Xavi
times.
sub Vinicius Júnior and put in Rodrygo in the Club World Cup? Why?
He didn't want
Look,
to use Rodrygo. That's
like
another
Will
question.
said,
I'm just saying.
It's not like
I
he
have
was
seen
balling
him
out.
change Vini though, so it means that maybe
Bro, just
Vini
talk,
can
bro.
be dropped if he can sub him
Yeah.
out.
But look, like Will said, obviously every team he goes to now is going to be a downgrade. But he already achieved everything he can with Real Madrid. He won 3 La Ligas. He won 2 Champions League, which he was a crucial part to. I don't understand. Just leave. It doesn't matter. Your legacy is already good. You cannot even achieve higher than you already did.
He's a legend already.
And with Xabi Alonso, I don't think he still have the cojones to drop some players because first
I
of
don't
all,
think so.
the biggest players he coached so far in his career is Victor Boniface, Wirtz, Frimpong, and like this guy has never seen Kylian Mbappe.
Who's that broke over like the last 24 hours? That Rodrygo, he's expected to stay at the club. Now, I know there's been a lot of rumors about what's going to happen with his future. Is he going to leave? Is he going to stay? And I think with the season basically like damn near 2 weeks away, it doesn't really make sense, in my opinion, for Real Madrid to let him go. So this is music to my ears. You know, Rodrygo, we're talking about the Mumbai Neymar, the new Delhi.
Is my voice good now?
Yes, bro.
Much
The
better.
Bangladeshi Ronaldo, man like Rodrygo, I think he does help boost our squad, and there will be opportunities for him throughout the season. But I want to know what you guys are saying about this news of him staying.
Will,
But I'm not trying to
you
lose
told me there
Rodrygo
was going to
here.
be a bidding war for Rodrygo. What happened?
Thank God it didn't happen. I'm not trying to lose Rodrygo. If we lose Rodrygo, we will downgrade our attack. He
But
can be
I
a
don't-
very useful option. The season is long. You never know what can happen with injuries. We have a
gonna
lot of
tell you
different
something.
tournaments to
I'm kind
play.
of confused with
If
this.
you don't mind, I'm gonna tell you something. So, I didn't think there will be a bidding war for Rodrygo. I thought there's only a few teams that he could go to. Now, to my surprise, he's trending in direction that he's staying. Is this 100% that he's staying, or is it like most likely that he's staying?
Most likely.
I think it's
likely.
most likely. You know,
So
like
that's already
obviously,
late.
like if Liverpool, for example, come in with like 100 million bid, like I think that the
He's
club would
gone.
definitely be like, "Yo, Rodrygo, it might be time." But go ahead, Volume.
So what I do want to say on this is like, okay, the first thing that jumps to my head is like I kept thinking like I want Real Madrid to let Rodrygo go. I want Real Madrid to let Rodrygo go because I know in my head as a Barca fan, I know that Real Madrid is a better team with Rodrygo than without Rodrygo. So I kept waiting for that moment where Rodrygo was finally going to leave, and I was going to come in this show and tell you that you guys just got worse. So now, to my surprise, I guess he's staying, but I think there's something to this story that we're not hearing or something that we don't know yet, because it's extremely telling, in my opinion, that there's a player here that it's an incredible, fantastic player, fantastic footballer. He played well, less than 30 minutes in the Club World Cup. Like,
Yep.
what the hell are we doing here? Like,
That's
what?
what I was
So
gonna
he's
say.
staying all of a sudden after he didn't play a single game, a single full game, or didn't start a single game for the Club World Cup when he clearly
started the
Vinícius
first
Júnior
game.
wasn't having the
started the first
best Club World Cup, and Rodrygo could have started at least one game or came in the second half for Vinícius Júnior. He didn't, and now all of a sudden they're convincing him to stay. That, to me, that's really weird to me.
They're not convincing him to stay.
think
Wait.
they
They're not
convincing
convincing him to stay, bro. They have left the choice up to the player. If you want to stay and fight for your place, you're welcome
He
to
don't want
stay.
to fight for the place.
But how's
But
he gonna
he's
fight?
staying though.
How's he going to fight for his place with limited minutes? I feel like
That's why
just
it's
bad
so
picking.
shocking to me. He didn't have a chance to fight for his spot
that's
at the
why-
Club World
no,
Cup.
I think the season is long. He should just accept that he's not the main man in Real Madrid. Just be happy you are part of the squad. You will
But
get
he
your minutes.
was never really the main man. He was always playing second fiddle to whoever was on the team. And when
So?
Jude came, they even pushed him further. So it's almost like, is his confidence going to be shot like throughout the season? Because like he's not getting any game time.
I mean,
He
the
will.
thing is,
Mabala, the season is
Yeah.
50 plus games. Everyone
that's
will
fair.
get playing
but the thing
time.
is, Xabi Alonso doesn't even play 3 attackers. He plays only 2 attackers, and he obviously made it clear that he is not part of his plan. He even have Arda Güler ahead of him. So I'm obviously
he
confused
has
as
said
to
the
Rodrygo.
opposite in the
Have some
interviews,
self-respect
though.
and just leave, bro. Just
Well,
leave.
well,
They already
wait,
made it
wait,
clear.
Of
but
course you
Matrix-
want him to leave.
Wait,
They already
but
made it
Matrix-
clear
want
for
him
him.
to leave.
So I hear what you're saying in terms of Xabi Alonso did say that Rodrygo is going to be an important player for us, but I'm very big on actions speak louder than words.
Exactly. I was
Thank
gonna
you.
And
Yes,
Xabi's
Thank you.
actions so far, and it could change, but so far, Xabi has shown us that Arda Güler, who basically came in for Rodrygo in the 11, because now it's like what like Warrior said, which is a great point. We don't, at least as of right now, it looks like we're going to be doing this 3-5-2. So where's Rodrygo going to really play unless he goes on that left side when Vinicius needs a rest? Because it looks like Arda's going to be starting in like that center mid spot.
You never know. Maybe Xabi's patience will run out with Vini. If Vini continues to perform shit, maybe he will finally have enough and drop Vini and
Whatever
try
happened,
Rodrygo.
whatever happened to Rodrygo, man? This is a sad story because honestly, like, how can he fight for a spot when Vinícius Júnior like can play? As long as he's lacing him up, he's gonna play. And there's no way that you guys are gonna bench him. I've seen enough. You guys are not going to bench him. I don't know why he's staying. Honestly, clearly something was going on behind the scenes, which is the reason why he didn't play in the Club World Cup. Such a great player, and now all of a sudden he's being forced to stay. Something has to be going on here because it doesn't really.
I'm
add
just
up.
happy he stays. I'm just
Hey,
happy he
the
stays
Matrix, real
part
quick,
of the
real quick.
squad.
He's definitely go
All
ahead.
I'm saying is, bro, dude, the last 2 games at the Club World Cup, right, when it really mattered, Rodrygo, no show. He's not even play. It's not like he played back. He's not even getting on the pitch. So when you're saying that if he has to work his way back, how is he going to do that if Vinicius and Mbappé play all the minutes? You know what I'm saying? And to your degree where he says like, yo, he's going to play. Don't worry about it. The problem is that when you keep saying he's in your plans, but then he never played in the Club World Cup, that's where I'm like, I don't get it. And even if he does play off the bench, bro, I think Rodrygo is a quality player. I think he should be starting on any team in the world, bro. That's where my
100%.
point is playing a bench in the Real Madrid.
So
What's
he's
the
going to
point
play
there?
against Levante and then be on the bench against the top teams in the UEFA Champions League.
Why
That-
not? We
that's
can
what's
have that
trending, man,
luxury. We can have that luxury in Real
But, bro,
Madrid.
I don't
if
think
Why
he
not?
wants it.
But if you're
Why would you wanna do
Rodrygo,
that?
bro,
He
don't
clearly
you
wants it. He's gonna stay.
That's bad
If he
business for
wanted
the
to
player,
leave, he
though.
could leave.
No, but that's true though, because so the thing is, we're not forcing him out. Every report that's come out has said that it's up to the player. So if he's choosing to stay, if you're trying to tell me that there was no interest in Rodrygo, you have to remember signing a player from Real Madrid is very hard, bro. Because not only does the player know that they're automatically downgrading, right? But now you're gonna have to match their wages, right? And then you have to, make some guarantees, or else then whilst. So I think there was interest in Rodrygo, right? Like how Arsenal, they were in for him. Then the interest cooled down because of his wage demands, right? Yeah. I think teams like Chelsea, who you would think would go in for him, their wage structure is a bit different. Bayern, they chose to go after Luis Diaz. That would be an easier deal for them to get done. There definitely was a market for Rodrygo. I just don't think he wants to leave yet. And I think it's smart to give it one more season and see what Xabi does with you. Now, if he's just really a backup the entire season, injuries or not, he's just not really playing, then next summer, I would say he has to leave. But then where does he go?
But Carnage, can I say my point real quick?
Yeah,
I actually I would bias aside, right? Forget about being a Barca fan. I think he's one of the best players in the world. That's where my problem is that. No, but that's my problem. You're sitting on the bench and you're one of probably the top 10 players in the world. In my opinion, go somewhere else, make a name, bro. These guys don't even start you, bro. You're gonna start at max 20 games at max. What's the point? If you're
okay, but then what if it's okay? And you guys know, Vinicius is my guy, best left winger in the world. I don't even want to hear no arguments about it. All right, this guy is the baller.
We can all agree to disagree, Will.
That's old story.
Now look, but Matrix did bring up, what if Rodrygo is sitting there and he's saying Vinicius is underperforming? If he plays like how he did in the second half of last season for this season, Xabi's going to have to drop him. And if Rodrygo's there, now that left spot does become open. What if Rodrygo is playing the long game? Because
I would respect Xabi so much, bro. If he had the cojones to drop Vini, I would respect him 10 times more than I do right now.
That's gonna stir up so much in the locker room. Of course, he would have
sell Vini.
Of course, like you said, he has to have like some big cojones to do that. But I don't see him doing that in his first season, brand new coach to this team. It would be like going up against a giant for like.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But the thing is, though, Kevin, like when you're so shit like we were last season, there shouldn't be no comfortability this season.
Yeah.
People should.
What
be
I have seen, look, what I have seen in the reports is that Real Madrid board has told Xabi Alonso, you can drop whoever you want. Yeah, and they have informed the whole squad, whoever doesn't follow the coach's plan and doesn't show desire and passion for the team will get dropped. And I think on a level at Real Madrid and Barca, every player must have a fear of getting dropped.
You know
You
what?
have to be on your toe all the time and perform.
In theory, it sounds really, really nice. It sounds great.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you start having the pressure, let's say, for example, that Real Madrid is having a few players, right? Vinícius Júnior is not playing well. Mbappé is not playing defense, not dropping back. In reality, maybe he should be benched. But what happens if you drop a game? And what happens if Barcelona looks like a world beaters out there scoring 5 goals every single game? You're going to be forced to play your best players no matter what's happening on the field, because you're going to want to die with your best players out there. So it's easier said than done. When I do respect that report that I did hear it, that Real Madrid, they want a bench, like nobody's safe. Everybody can be dropped or whatever. That's cool. But we'll have to see if Xabi Alonso is willing to do that. We'll see how much he can endure, how much he can actually
I have at least seen
bench
him
Vini
sub
when
out
he has
Vini.
to bench him. I have to see it, dude. I
Yeah,
don't
bro,
think
yo,
I'm
Major,
telling you,
I'm
I have
sorry.
at
I
least
need to
seen
see it to
him
believe
take
it,
out
bro.
Vini. Because
Wait,
No, but
let me-
Major,
Carlo
Absolutely.
never took out Vini, bro. Carlo never subbed Vini out.
Why
Let me
didn't
tell you
why
something.
didn't
Xabi subbed
Xavi
Vini
why
out
didn't
multiple
Xavi
times.
sub Vinícius Júnior
Right.
and put in Rodrygo in the Club World Cup? Why?
He didn't want
Look,
to use Rodrygo. That's
like
another
Will
question.
said,
I'm just saying.
it's not like
I
he
have
was
seen
balling
him
out.
change Vini though. So it means that maybe
Bro,
Vini
just
can
talk.
be dropped if he can sub him
Yeah.
out.
But look, like Will said, obviously every team he goes to now is going to be a downgrade. But he already achieved everything he can with Real Madrid. He won 3 La Ligas. He won 2 Champions League, which he was a crucial part to. I don't understand. Just leave. It doesn't matter. Your legacy is already good. You cannot even achieve higher than you already did.
He's a legend already.
And with Xabi Alonso, I don't think he still have the cojones to drop some players, because first
I
of
don't
all,
think so.
the biggest players he coached so far in his career is Victor Boniface, Wirtz, Frimpong, and like this guy has never seen Kylian Mbappé and Vinícius Júnior.
Okay.
This guy so far has more power, at least has done more in the career. So they have more power, in my opinion.
That's
hold
the
on.
reason. That's the reason why I didn't want Ancelotti. Like, if I was a Real Madrid, hypothetically, I thought it was a bad move to let go of Ancelotti, because at least Ancelotti knows how to coach the stars. I don't know with Xabi Alonso, the jury to me is still.
I would
out.
rather
I
have
still need to
Saddam
see it.
Hussein than Carlo
In the
Ancelotti.
Club World Cup, I saw, but the problem is the style that Xavi wants to play. He needs those type of players who are hungry for a new contract.
Yeah.
Not the Vinícius, not the Mbappés, who are already making all the money in the world. And he's going to find out really, really soon that he's not playing with a bunch of hustlers that he was playing, like he was coaching with the Bayer Leverkusen. Those players, man, they're
I don't agree
hungry
with that.
every single
Keep
game. bro.
underestimating our manager.
Every
Keep
game they're
underestimating
hungry.
our
They
manager.
want
Come on,
they
hold up.
want the contract from Liverpool. They want the contract from Real Madrid or Barcelona's. They want to play every single. They're sweating every single ounce they
Wait,
have in their
but then by
body.
that logic, then how do we keep winning things if everybody's just comfortable?
Well, we're gonna see. Xabi
But our
Alonso,
players are hungry, right? This same
Look,
group
look.
of players have won the Champions League, only one season removed, right? So it's not like we've been on like a slump and like this group of players can't get over the line. My thing is, right, in terms of like what Warrior said, right, with he's never managed big personality. Brother, he's Xabi Alonso. This is not some unknown manager coming in from, like Kazakhstan, right? Yo, this guy was at Real Madrid. Yo, this guy's won major things in his career. These players know who he is. When Xabi Alonso speaks, you shut up. Doesn't matter
his
who you
biggest
are.
game, Will, as a coach, his biggest game, he lost.
No, yes.
He didn't
Wait,
have
wait,
his
hold on, wait.
main players, bro.
Wait, hold on, wait. But volume, just hold on,
is
wait.
it hard to
He
understand?
had.
All our game is based on Dean Huijsen and
Winning the
Trent. He didn't have
Champions
both
League
of
is
them.
hard, bro.
No,
It's
hold on,
hard.
but
Yeah,
volume.
I know. You know it firsthand. Winning Champions League is difficult, my brother. You know
But-
it better than
but
anyone
volume, right?
else on this
So
panel.
we have to have some context. Let's not forget, Xabi Alonso, his first set of games as Real Madrid's manager, no preseason, thrown straight into the deep end, right? He had less than a week of training before our first match of the Club World Cup, and he just got matched up against the best team in the world. PSG currently, yeah, I know Chelsea beat them, but let's be real, right? PSG have a better manager, right? They have a better squad. They've been together longer. They've been coached.
Yeah.
I think if this game would have happened, if we would have matched up against PSG, Champions League semifinals next May, I don't think that it looks like that with Xabi's tactics more in the squad.
I mean, it should
Not even that game would be different if we had our players. I'm telling you, and we gifted
I
them
don't know
2 goals
about
in 10
Nah.
minutes.
As long
We gave
as
them 2 goals.
Kylian Mbappe
They
and
didn't
Vinicius
score 2
Júnior
goals.
are
We
not
gifted
pressing,
them.
it doesn't matter. As long as Kylian Mbappe, your attacker should always start the press. Brother,
Yep.
these guys are just walking around. It doesn't matter if you have Dean Hoysen or something. It's going to be.
Let me
We
break
can,
it to you.
we can afford to have
Let me
one
break
like
it
this.
to you.
No,
bro.
it is, though.
I
Listen.
watched every single Messi game, right? Ever since his career. And I watched the PSG days when he didn't play defense because he never plays defense. And Mbappe never played defense, and Neymar never played defense. It was horrible. You cannot have 3 players that don't play defense. So now Real Madrid looks like they have 2 players who don't play defense, which is Vinícius and Mbappe. It's okay to have, as I was telling Dave the other day, it's okay to me. I think it's okay to have one guy, like let's say Mbappe, right? Mbappe doesn't drop. It's fine. Messi can be the one who doesn't play defense in the Argentina team and national team or whatever, and they don't suffer. But once you have 2 or 3 players, dude, it's over. You don't have the support. Vitinha was in this team with Messi. They couldn't do squat. They didn't do anything, bro. Yeah, and it's just because they don't have a defense. They don't. And
Vini was like third or
the same
fourth
bug right now with Mbappe and
pressures.
Vinícius Júnior.
Yeah,
The last
exactly.
season,
Will, can
last
we check
season
the
he was
stats,
one of the
Carlos?
last.
Yes.
Last season
Vinícius
he
in the
Mbappe
Club
was
World
last.
Cup in Real Madrid squad, I think he was
Like
hold on,
third?
and I'll try and find the stat. But he was
Check
the
it,
player
bro.
that
He was
pressed.
like third, the player that pressed
That pressed,
the most.
Like he was the third player
But
that
he doesn't
pressed.
press now.
But that tells
It's
more
okay,
about the
it's okay.
team. That
If
tells
it's
more
gonna be
about the whole
pressing, that's
team
gonna be
than
great
Vinícius.
because you guys are gonna need it. Because
So my man
pressing
can't get
only
credit for
works
pressing?
if everyone does it. Pressing only works if everyone does it. Like it doesn't.
No,
I'm telling
of
you,
course,
it's
but you
too
don't think it's
early
more of like
to
a mentality.
judge.
Hold on,
It's
I
too
can't
early
find
to
the stat.
judge.
Let me find it. I have to
Bro,
look.
all I'm trying to say is that if this manager who's saying that he's part of his plans, but when I saw him at the Club World Cup, this guy was playing Gonzalo Garcia ahead of him.
I can't find
Now,
it.
I'm sorry, bro.
Gonzalo Garcia, top scorer of the tournament. He deserved to start and play.
Bro, that's not my
He
point.
deserved
My
to
You're
point
start
missing
is
the
over who?
point. You're missing the
My
point.
point is Rodrygo's not getting into the squad right now. The role that Rodrygo currently has is not as big as what he thinks he has, bro. And
Yeah,
I
how
think
does Gonzalo get promoted?
Don't matter to me.
Go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how does Gonzalo get promoted to the first squad and get more minutes automatically?
I mean, but Gonzalo's
He's a number 9. Rodrygo
yeah,
is
that's what I'm
a
saying.
striker.
Like Gonzalo was the only fit striker. we
Endrick is
had.
there as well.
Remember,
Rodrygo
so
started
Endrick,
the first game next to Gonzalo, you know?
Yeah,
Rodrygo
so
started
remember,
on the right,
Endrick.
Gonzalo in the middle, Vini on the left. So
Yeah,
he
and
uses
Rodrygo got the
Rodrygo
assist.
different position.
yeah, wait, but remember, and Gonzalo was the only fit number 9 we had. Endrick was back in Madrid injured, and Mbappe ate Taco Bell, so his stomach was hurting for like 2 weeks. He was out of action, like, bro. So
Diarrhea.
So Gonzalo
Diarrhea.
Garcia.
I thought Mbappe was a left winger. So Rodrygo can't play as a left winger as a 9 too.
No, wait, but why would he do that when Gonzalo Garcia has earned those
Gonzalo
minutes?
is a better
Because
option
he's
as 9
on
than
big
him.
wages and he is a
hadn't earned it
superstar and
before.
he should
Well, yeah,
be
wait.
playing.
But volume, you're a Barca fan. You know this firsthand. When you have an academy player that comes through and when he's performing well, it doesn't matter who's in your team. They deserve to get minutes. Barcelona have players continuously come through from your academy that get minutes over players who are making way more than them.
Yeah, but for example, like Dembele wasn't going to sit for Lamine Yamal, and if he was going to give him the spot, Dembele was going to play a different role. But you're not just leave a whole tournament. If even it's just one game, it's fine. But the whole tournament, like to me, like if this is disrespectful to Rodrygo, the fact that
all right, so
have
then,
a time to play in this Real Madrid squad, the whole Club World Cup.
Okay, so let me ask you guys a quick
"Get the hell
question
outta here, man."
before we. Okay, so I'll ask you guys a quick question and then we'll move on. So what do you guys think Rodrygo should have done? We'll talk about it like 2 more minutes. So, and like, or tell me which team do you think would have been perfect for him to go to this summer?
Arsenal, or Liverpool?
Arsenal, yeah.
I would have left. I would have left it. You know what I would have done? I would have.
Okay.
Obviously, that's not my money. Obviously, I'm not him. It's hypothetical. I think this is so disrespectful. I would have taken a pay cut to go anywhere but Real Madrid.
Wow.
Even Liverpool, because they just lost
Yeah,
Luis
they
Diaz as well.
disrespected him, bro. This
That
is
would be perfect.
disrespectful, bro. Like the stinkers
He's
that
staying.
Vinícius Júnior was pulling out in this Club World Cup, and the fact that I'm not playing over him. Yeah, get the hell out
Yeah.
of here, man.
What has Gonzalo Garcia or whatever has done before the Club World Cup? He only scored Copa del Rey against Leganés. So he has no right. Yes, he had a good first game against
Carlo
Aragon.
is the manager. Carlo is the man. If Carlo is the
No, no.
manager,
But
the
he's talking
academy
about Club
players
World
don't
Cup,
get the
bro.
sniff of the pitch. So
That's true.
the
Carlo
only,
didn't give
the
any
only
youth
chance
players
that
any
he had,
opportunity.
he scored a goal. The only chance he had, he scored a goal. You can't show the manager
Yeah,
how
but
you play if you
Rodrygo
don't
has
sniff the
scored.
pitch.
He
Bro,
has scored in
all
a
I'm
big
saying,
Champions
guys-
League night as well. That's disrespectful, in my opinion.
Big time player. That's what I'm saying. Listen, I'm saying it's not even about Real Madrid. Overall, this is a dub for Real Madrid. You keep another talented player on your roster, right? And you're not losing him. And if you let Rodrygo leave, the guy that you're gonna get is not as good as Rodrygo. So it's a dub for Madrid. But in my opinion, I'm like looking at Rodrygo. I thought you wanted to be the best. Like, why didn't you force a move? Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so look,
Staying is doing Real Madrid favors.
Exactly. Madrid won.
Yeah.
Rodrygo
Hey, look.
lost. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
Thank
I
you,
don't think-
Rodrygo. Muchas
not
gracias,
complaining.
amigo.
I'm not complaining. But not chat. Let us know what you guys are saying about this Rodrygo situation. And